Hey everyone, it's a Crafty Crocheter back for another video. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a long one. I have a lot of things to show. I started a lot of projects, I finished a lot of projects. I wanna say thank you to everybody who sent me a Christmas card. So yeah, it's gonna be a long one, so let's just get into it. I want to say Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. It is Christmas Eve. It is Christmas Eve. It is 11:26 p.m. on the 24th of December. I think this is episode 97. It's either 97 or 98. So let's get into it. I got a couple of new acquisitions. I will show those probably towards the end, because I think I only have 3 of them, so I'm just going to show you now. So I got this bag. I have a crochet case, and you've seen that one, but I wanted a loom knit case, because I've been getting more into loom knitting. So I went to Joann's on Wednesday, and I got myself another one of these knitting board hooks. So I have 2 of them now. I got a thing of needles for in my loom knit case because I'm always losing my needles and I don't want to take them out of my crochet case. So I just got more. I also have I ripped pens apart that I do not like, and these are like my yarn guides for when I wrap. I usually e-wrap for whenever I wrap my pegs. I have a pen and I have a notepad. And I have stitch markers for marking progress and stuff. So that, and of course that's blue, my favorite color. And yes, I did paint my nails. They're terrible. I am not a very good nail painter, that's for sure. But they're okay. So I got this bag. I think this is like a paisley print. I'm not sure on that. I also got this Zumigurumi book. This book was on, it was in the, I don't know about your Joann's where you live, but my Joann's has like 3 parts, 3 different places for Clarence Yarn especially. And they have 2 places for their books. They have a lot of books in like the book section, which is usually by the sewing section. And then they have books, like magazine type books, over in another aisle, which is usually by the cotton yarn in my Joann's. And the books on the very, very bottom shelf, almost on the floor, is discounted. So this one right here was like $11, and original price was like 18 something. So I finally got another Zumigurumi 3. And I tell you what, there is some really cute patterns. So there is, I do not like this duck right here. I like the stork. I like the little penguin. And they even have a reindeer. I like the little fox. I like the turtle. I like the little sheep. This little sheep right here might very, very possibly be a baby gift. I have a little fox, and we have a hippo. And then I ordered stuff online, which I will get to that later. And then I got this book, which is Fiddle Mats, Muffs, and Cuffs, because I want to make more of these this year. And I've seen this book before, but I never got it. It was on sale for $6 and something. So I got it. And on the back, they have like tassels, and hearts and pom-poms, and they even have mouses, which I'm getting my left and my right confused. They even have mouses. So yeah, I thought that one would be a good book to get. And I have a lot of acquisitions, but me and my mom were watching TV because I was at my mom's house from Wednesday of last week all the way to Sunday. And all the way to yesterday. And my mom and I were watching TV, and my mom had seen the St. Jude's commercial, and it just so happens that there was a little girl on that commercial that was wearing a crocheted pink hat with a white pom-pom, and my mom busted out crying. I was a little teary-eyed too, I'm not gonna lie. Those kind of commercials get me every single time. The fight the hunger ones for the kids, the cancer for the kids that have cancer, and the pets who get left outside. They get me every single time. So we were watching the commercial, and my mom simply looked at me, and she's like, "If I buy you the yarn, will you make hats to send to St. Jude?" I was like, "Yeah." Hats are my favorite thing to make. I love making hats. So I called, and they said that they cannot smell like cigarette smoke. They have to be smoke-free and pet-free. So my mom doesn't, nobody in my mom's house, it's technically my great-grandparents' house. Nobody up there smokes, and they don't have a pet. So I bought yarn, my mom bought yarn at Walmart, and I'm gonna make hats with that. And then Joann's had their Big Twist yarn. I love Big Twist yarn. That's my favorite brand from there. But they had their Big Twist yarn, the value ones, on sale. So I got solid colors to help. I basically got colors that we didn't think about when we got the other stuff. So I made 5 hats while I was up there this week. And then I worked on some of my stuff for the last couple days. So, which is what I'm going to show you. I'm missing one object, and it's in my room somewhere, but I cannot find it anywhere. So, who knows where it is? I will eventually find it. So I have a whole pile over here. A big pile. And my kid is not in here with me tonight. He's probably laying under the Christmas tree if I know him. What is it with cats and Christmas trees? I do not get it. So I do not know if I showed this before. I'm not 100% sure. But I made a knitted, this is knitted. I made a knitted beanie with a ponytail hole. Or a messy bun hole. I have earrings in. And yes, I did not weave in my ends, which is right here. But I made it. It's nice. I'm very proud of this because there is not very many mistakes in this. And if I did show this, I do apologize. And I think I did because I showed you my ladder. See my ladder? Don't really care. It's going to be for charity. So, that's that. You also might remember this. Gotta find my seam. Okay, there it is. So, you remember I was making a blanket in the bean stitch. Yeah, well, I got tired of it. So, I made it into a cow. A big one. I guess you can even kind of wear it. I guess not. It's not big enough. But anyway. So I made a cow. And basically what I did was I fastened off And I seamed it, which is right here, I think. And for this, I used a 5.5, so I can take that off finally. So I can take that off. So that is my cowl. I plan on making more cowls this year. I also wanted to tell you guys that the hats and the scarves that I made for my high school, the scarves were needed down at Janice Wise's hospital down in Danville. So they went down there. So they separated the hats and the scarves. The scarves, they needed scarves terribly down there. So they went down there, and she has my hats for another charity. So yeah, my hats were all the way down there. The second thing I finished is, I remember I was making this, and this is made out of a big Karen Big Cake, in the colorway Blue Macaroon. And I just used one cake because I was kind of getting tired of working on it. And I was using also 550 for this one also. I have like 30,000 stitch markers. So, I finished that. I showed my gram, and I said this could be a Lapcan or it could be a baby blanket, which I might need a baby blanket soon because we got a new kid that works out with my grandmother, and apparently his girlfriend is having a baby, and I guess we'll know in like the next month or so what she's having. So I'm trying to get a couple girl-boy baby blankets done, or like neutral baby blankets done. So, and I finished, so my stitch marker, yes it was. I finished this, which is called the Midwife Baby Blanket. I used one completely full skein of this, and I literally have this much left, which is completely flat. I have that much left. So now I just have to get time to weigh all this stuff so I know how much is coming out of my stash. Or how much yarn I'm using up for my projects, basically. If you haven't noticed, we're doing finished objects. I also made this beanie, and I love this pom-pom. This type of pom-pom. And I'm doing my pom-poms different, where I am tying them into a bell so that they can be removable. Now, this is the loop pom-pom. And I got this loop pom-pom pattern off of Lumahat. She does it on a knitting loom. And I just happen to have the right size that she does it. And I used, this variegated is Sweet Mocha. I love this yarn. And just a Red Heart White. And I guess it will fit me. But yeah. I love these pom-poms. I am pretty sure that you can wash this because it ain't gonna fall apart. Looks like I missed a loop, but that's okay. But if you can wash these ones, let me know. I would love to know if you can wash these. So yeah, that's a big loop, but I don't really care. It's for donation, so somebody will like it. So yeah. I also made this loom knit hat, and I have a ponytail in, so it might not fit. It's a little short. I like hats to cover my ears when I do wear one. So this is like the Candy Fair aisle. Red Heart Super Saver. And I made a little hat made out of the sweet mocha and white. And I made another one with sweet mocha and white. I really like how this turned out because I like how it's striped, which I did not realize that until I showed you on the camera. But yeah, I love how it's striped. That's pretty cool. I also made some very big hats. They're not that big, but I used a big hook, and I love how it's spiraled. I think that's awesome. So all of those hats that I just showed you were with a 5mm hook, and this one was with a 6mm hook. And I made this one. This is Red Heart with Love Blue Hawaii, and I did a different brim, which I did a 2x1. And this is, like I said, Blue Hawaii, Red Heart with Love. And this is Tiger Lily, Red Heart with Love. I also made this funky looking hat. It's a little taller than I wanted it, but not everybody's heads are the same size. So I did random stripes. This is Big Twist Premium. I think it's just called yellow or something. And this is the blueberry one. But yeah, I made that hat. Now this hat, I have no idea what I was doing. But this hat is humongous. Like this isn't like, this doesn't even, this is like way bigger on my head. Like look how loose that is. This is for somebody who has a lot of hair, or it has a lot, or has a humongous head. That's all I gotta say. But I used a 6mm on this, and I know better than that now. I also made a little Baymax character, which I have no idea what movie he plays in. I think I looked it up, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was The Big Hero 6. Is that right? But yeah, I saw his pattern on Ravelry, and thought he was really cute, so I made him. Yeah, he's cute. He'll be for a little kid. I have 2 more hats. Okay, I like 3 more hats. My bad. I also finished this loom knit hat. I was not real thrilled about my stitch choices. So I did a 3x1 ribbing, I think. The blue is Blue Hawaii. Okay, so this is Spring Green. The blue is Blue Hawaii, Red Heart with Love. And this, the blue section, is Figure 8. And then I did the ribbing section. Then the ribbing section, I did the same thing again. I did 3x1 ribbing. Then I did blue. Then I did green. And then I repeated. Now this pom-pom here, I got at the dollar store. Dollar General. Or Dollar Tree. My bad. They have one side's blue and one side's green, which I thought was perfect for this hat because it is blue and green. And they have the elastic on them that you can, so what I did was, I don't know where I got this idea from, was I put a button in the inside of my hat, then just looped a yarn, a waste yarn, or an extra piece of yarn that I cut off from another project, through, this was originally a keychain, but I made it into a pom-pom on a hat, and slipped it through the elastic, then pulled the strands through the hat, and then slipped the elastic over my button. So now that it's removable, it's a very, very tight squeeze. So I got a lot of pom-poms, which I don't even remember where they are. The next hat I want to show you is also loom knit. It is this one. So the top is, I love this yarn, Moody Mosaic, and the bottom is just plain black. Now I finished this hat, and on a road trip we went to a flea market to get we went to get a ham and a bag of potatoes. And, 20 minutes already. Holy crap, and I'm only on still on finished objects. So we went to get a ham and a bag of potatoes. And on the way there, I finished this hat. But I forgot my yarn needles because they were in my crochet case. Hence the reason why I made a loom knit bag and loom knit case. So I just tied a double knot and wore it that day because it was freezing cold outside. So yes, that is that. And it is a 3x1 ribbing, and I did the figure 8 stitch the rest of the hat. And then this hat is supposed to look like watermelon, but not just any watermelon, a seedless watermelon, because it is light pink, and it's not a ripe one either. It's not ripe yet. I don't know what you call it. Unripened, I guess. So there's white and then there's green. But yeah, I thought that was cute. I don't like seeds in my watermelon. When we get watermelon, it's got to be seedless, because I hate spitting seeds out. Okay, before we get to whips, I want to show you something else. So, I was watching Kim on The Crafty Nomad, and she was doing, I guess it's called a yarn carousel or something, and she had gotten a bag, or like a little notions pouch, I guess, with safety eyes in it. And I was like, that's a really, really good idea. Because I have a ton of safety eyes. And when I go to my shoots in the summer, I'm always like making octopi or something along those lines. So I said a bag small like that would be great to put some safety eyes in. And my glue that I use now for my safety eyes. So I had this little heart pouch, and I was like, this is gonna be great. And I got these little bags at Walmart for a couple bucks. So I put several safety eyes, and these are all the same size. These are all the same size. These are all the same size. These are the little teeny tiny ones. These are another size. And then I have, and these are all black. And then I have, and these are safety noses. And then I have a whole mess of backs, because you never know, one might break and all that stuff. Well, the glue I use on the inside, when I put the safety eyes in, I always glue around where the back is attached to where it like pushes down like underneath the I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So you know how you're pushing your safety eye, the back one to your safety eye, and it snaps over the first little hump? Well, then I put glue on it, and I use a Fabri-Tac, because it is machine washable, and I'm dropping it, and it is machine dryable. And that's what I wanted. I wanted one that I could put in, that I could wash and dry it, because chances are these are going to go to somebody that needs to wash it. So I made sure that I got I made sure I got one. And all of this stuff, like I have like this many bags of safety eyes. So when I go on my road trips and I want to take I want to take yarn to make like octopi with, I can just take this, throw it in my bag that I take all the time with me, and be on my way. Which was a really, really good idea, I think. Especially like if you like when I go to my shoots, I always make a lot of them there. And then on the way home, I try to finish them up. And another good thing is if you go on a road trip and you don't want to take like a whole bag of stuffing, get like big gallon bags and just fill it with stuffing. It's a lot easier to do that than taking a whole bag of stuffing. Yeah, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I love all Mountain Dew. I know it's bad for you, but I like it. This is the Voltage. It has dew charged with raspberry, citrus flavor, and ginseng. I like it. I like my Mountain Dew. I think that's a lot of my problem. I drink Mountain Dew all the time. Okay, now we are finally on to whips. 26 minutes and 45 seconds. Wow. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is, I do not have a ball band handy. Is a shawl. And I am like all tangled up. Like, what in the world? Okay, there we go. It makes me burp sometimes, sorry. So this is my shawl. It is a variation of the one that is my favorite. So basically it's the same one, it just has an eyelet row. And I am using a 6mm hook for this. And I am using Joy DK in the Wild Berry colorway. I also have one started in the Mojito colorway, but turns out I cannot find that color. And I started it when I went to bingo, but now I can't find it. So, my second whip is, I have these jumbo skeins. They are $5 at Michael's for these jumbo skeins. So I am making a little girl's baby blanket, and I started it. Now I took UJet's suggestion, and I'm gonna start making some baby blankets a little wider. And I think this one I may have gotten a little crazy. I may have gotten a little crazy with how wide this thing is. So that is it folded in half with a whole mess of hair. So basically I am doing 4 colors of the pink, or the coral color, and it looks like 3 rows of the variegated. The pink is coral, and the other one is pink, coral, and rose. And they are the Craft Smart Yarn Never Enough. And the variegated one has 601 yards. And the solid has 716 yards. And I am using a 6.5 for this baby blanket. Now, chances are I probably will have to go buy another skein because it's so wide. But I'm okay with that because it's literally $5. So, the next one is, this one's been on my hook for a while, is a scarf. And it looks like I am doing the V-stitch. And it looks like this. I've not worked on this one for a while. So it's the V-stitch, and it is the Fair Isle one and the Calm Fair Isle. Another thing that I wanted to add is, when I get, hang on, let me get my next whip. When I get up to my mom's tomorrow, I will take a picture of the hats together that I have made, and I will post it on Instagram. And I still have not worked on the shawl that I roll the dice for. So I landed on 4 pink, and I still have not done that. So, yeah. It is Mainstays Yarn, Jade, and Pale Pink. And how I'm determining my rows is I roll a dice, whatever it lands on, that's how many rows I do of that color. I got that idea from Kendra over at Hook by Happenstance and Happenstance Place. I also started another baby blanket, which this one's very, very simple, and I just closed it. Okay, I'm so confused. Alright, let me just open it. I might have to put it in a new bag because maybe not. Alright, I don't know what's going on, but whatever. And this one, I am using a 6.5 millimeter. And for my scarf, I think I'm using a 6 or 6.5, I'm not sure. So with this one, oh, I did rip stitches out, man. I am using Mandala in the colorway Valkyrie. I am doing 4 rows of it and 2 rows of white. So there's that one. My fourth to last finished or whip is I am working on a wrap, and literally I just started this today, so I'm not very far. I'm only on row 4, and I'm just on the V-stitch because I love that stitch. And this one is Fairy, so I'll be happy to get that one going a little bit more. And I just broke my bag, so I'll put that over there. Now, one of you kind ladies on my last video mentioned or asked me if they want me to go to Walmart to find Mandala Mermaid, and Mermaid is a colorway. I did find one, but it has weird colors in it. So, I'll show you the blanket, and then I'll show you the yarn cake that I got. So, the straight way. I am showing you the wrong way. I do apologize. So, this is the blanket that I started. And if you remember, it had like 2.5 points of white, ending with white. I did not like that. So, I bought another mandala. Well, technically my mom bought it because we were at the second Walmart in State College. And I only wanted this, and it was like $5. So my mom was like, just give it to me, I'll get it for you. So, as you can see, let me see. So, there's the light blue, then it goes to white, then it goes to gray, then it goes to a darker gray, but then there's this like weird, let me see, like this weird purpley bit in there. So, and then ends with like a navy blue. So I don't know. Do you guys think I should end it? Do you guys think I should end it with the gray? Or what? You think I could keep going? Do you think it'll look okay if I keep going? Because I honestly have no clue. I have no idea if that'll look right. So let me your comments and let me your opinions and suggestions in the box below. The second thing I'm working, or the second, you're right, I just showed you like 15 whips. Which is very odd for me because usually I only have a couple. This week I have a lot. And I already packed a bag to go to my mom's, but it looks like I might have to change that to put this stuff in to finish it. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So, my gram, I was looking for new stuff to make. And I have it's called Scooty, which is like a hood and a scarf. So, I decided that I wanted to try making one on my own. But I did do some research. I found one from, who was it? Well, whatever, the first way I did it, you do a chain, and then you just work like this. I didn't like that. And then I found Bob Wilson 123, who did, like, the round circle, and then you just, like, skip parts, because it'll go like this. Like, this will be at the back of your head, and you wear it like a hood. And that's what I'm kind of going for. The only thing I did not like about her pattern is how she joined the scarf onto it. She chained and then added and then did the half double crochet back. I am going to do it differently, I think. I'm not going to do it like that. And my final whip. So, I'm going to get on my phone for a minute because I want to say a huge, 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 huge thank you to 3 people. On Ravelry. I think got a Charlie horse in my foot. I do not know if they want to be named on this channel or not, but I want to say a huge, 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 huge thank you for the lady who I don't want to open it. Who gave me this little dinosaur pattern. Can you see that? Isn't he sweet? Here, I'll try to get a better picture of him. There you go. Can you see him? Alright, let me just turn the volume down a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Maybe not. Can you see him? Yeah. So she bought me that one for Christmas, which I really, really thank you. I will definitely be making that little guy. I've been into dinosaurs lately, like I don't know, but man, I've been like really into them lately. Like that's all I've been looking up online. And if you watch Laura from A Crocheting Whovian, she makes these adorable little turtles. This is Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle. He is so cute. And a lady bought me this for Christmas, which I thank you very much. Ooh, I like that orange one. I might have to make a very, very fluorescent orange one with flame and day glow. That would be cool. And someone, I don't want to say any of their names because they didn't give me permission to say their names. But if you see my video and you know who you are, who bought me these patterns, I really, really, really appreciate it. Jesus, that glare is terrible today. Somebody bought me this bee, which is big, but and he has a basket of flowers. I think that's so cute. Go back. And somebody bought me this set. It has all of them in it, which I really, really want to make the frog. I think he's really cute with his little cheeks. And my mom is like a big cow fan. Like, she likes cows and stuff, so I might have to make her that. And I think these little things would be so cute for little kids at the church. They're little lunch bags. I think they'd be so cute. And somebody bought me that one. So, if you've watched me and you've seen my post, thank you so much for buying me those patterns. My mom and my great-grandmother did give me my Christmas money early. I got one of those Visa cards. So, I was able to finally, this is very, very sad looking dinosaur, but I was finally able to get Timothy the T-Rex. So I got his head done, which I think his eyes are in the wrong place, but I don't really care. I'm on, what am I on? I'm on the rows where it's just the same. So that's the reason why I stopped. So yes, and I am making him out of Red Heart with Love Renaissance. Here's another question for you guys. I know this podcast is going to be about questions, but I have a question. When you get your safety eyes, they don't come marked. At least mine don't come marked. How do you measure a safety eye? How do you measure one? Do you need a specific tool to measure them? Because I can't tell the different sizes apart when they're all come together. So I would like to know how you can measure them to figure out the size. I know you can do it. I've heard people say they measured their safety eyes, but I want to know how to do it, and I can't figure it out. Okay, so we finally got all of my whips done. So now we're going to get into the Christmas cards. So, the first one that I pull off the pile, I have a pile. See? It's a lot. So the first one is from Jane. She actually lives very close to me. And this is the Christmas card she got me. Even the little tongue sticking out. So I got her Christmas card. Thank you, Jane, for sending me a Christmas card. I will keep these forever. Wanda, I got one from Wanda. Rolling Through Life. That is a very, very pretty scene. I love old buildings like this. You don't find them like that anymore. We have a town here called Bellefonte, and it's the oldest, I think it's the oldest town in Pennsylvania. And I love it. I would love to go in some of the houses there because they were like they were built way, way back in the 1800s, and I would love to go in and see some of the buildings, but they're all privately owned. So I got one from Terry over on Yarn Joy Podcast. She sent me this card. Thank you, Terry. And I'm one of them said to my son, which I haven't figured, I forget which one that is. So I got one from Karen L. Weiner. And if I remember correctly, she is the one, she is on Instagram, I think, as Karen Crochet, but I'm not 100% positive. So if I'm wrong, correct me. I got one from Subtles. which is a really pretty card. Yeah, one of these... Okay. This is the lady who bought me some patterns, which I really, really appreciate that. She has a YouTube channel, and it's Cindy Hearts Crochet. Did you see the beautiful baby blankets she makes? The filet ones? I'm gonna do that. I just need to find the time. And I got one from... I think it says Marsha, but I'm not 100% sure. Yes, Marsha. Okay, she is Made by Marsha Mom on YouTube and Instagram. So, go over and follow her. Look at this cute little card. It's a sheep in the shape of a heart. I like the envelope too. I don't know why I'm so... Well, I know why I'm tired. I was up at like freaking 8 o'clock this morning. I had a ton of baking to do. And yesterday when I got home from my mom's, I didn't feel like doing a dang thing. So I laid down with my kid and I watched TV. It was time for him to have some mommy time. I was gone from Wednesday all the way to Sunday. Next card is from Chrissy. And she's from Florida. Little Mickey and Minnie Mouse card. She has a fur baby too. We love our fur babies, don't we? Wish mine would come in. But knowing him, he's probably laying down underneath the Christmas tree. I got one from Jody. Which, this is so cute. I wish my cats and dogs would do this, lay together in front of the fire. But sadly, we do not have a fire. We have a chimney and we have a stove. We have a pellet furnace, but I got one from Desiree. She is Dizzy Stitches here on YouTube. And I like your card because it looks like one of those labels. It's so cute. Yes. Yeah, I was up at like 8 o'clock. So that's like way, way, way early for me. Really early. Then I got this little one. Isn't he cute? She told me to smile more. I really do need to smile more. That's what my mom told me. She's like, I watched your video, you look grumpy. I was like, I am not. And the last one is a kitty cat. From Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. So, thank you everybody who gave me Christmas cards. I will put these in my drawer. I just took my headphones. I will put these in my drawer and save them for years. Thought I heard my kid out though. Oh, speaking of... Okay, not speaking of... I've been doing that all day today. I don't know why. So, I got some little... Also, and acquisitions. I got some little flower buttons to put on some little girls' hats. And I found a big jellyfish pattern that I want to make one on my own. I want to try it first. And I thought these would be really cute to put on the girl ones. So I got some of those. I also got nail polish. And I will tell you why I got nail polish. So, I don't know if I told you this or not, but I found a tutorial or a YouTuber. I can't remember where I got it. But if you have clear safety eyes, okay, and you need a color, like say you need pink and you don't have pink eyes. Well, if you have clear safety eyes, you can put nail polish around the edges where it is clear. I usually put 1 to 2 coats on. It depends on, like, if it's a bright color. So I'll show you the colors that I got. So I got this really, really pretty sparkly. I don't know which one. Very pretty sparkly nail polish. I also got a bright orange. I got a bright purple, like a neon purple. I got a very, very, very bright pink. And I got yellow because I also got glow-in-the-dark nail polish, but I had to get it around Halloween. So I got those, and now I can't find my nail polishes that I had. So, that was a very, 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 very long video. This was the longest video I think I've made in a long time. I'm coming on 52 minutes. Okay, so now I am going to try to show you. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Christmas. I am going to try to show you the books that I have ordered on Amazon. I was going to say YouTube and Instagram, but never mind. So I finally got Zoomagurumi 2. Okay, we are just going to turn down the brightness all the way. So I got Zoomagurumi 2, which is the one that has the little turtle one. I also got this little book. It is Magical Amigurumi Toys. It has 15. And I really thought these little bears were adorable. So I got that book. I also got Zoomagurumi 7, which is the one that has the ducks on. And I also got Zoomagurumi 4. Okay, why won't it let me see 4? Okay, so I got Zoomagurumi 4, which is the one with the giraffe on it. I also got a Kindle case, which I got that today. Which, this is my Kindle case. Isn't it pretty? It's called, Love Tree or something like that, but I thought it was really pretty. I had a case like this before, but it didn't have... I had another case, but that one, it didn't stand up on its own very well. So I told my mom that I was going to get one. And this one, like, pivots if you want to watch it like this or like this. And it stays there when you hold it. Which is the problem that I was having with my old one. I had to put like 3 or 4 rubber bands on the one side to get it to stand up. I also got this book. It is the Crocheted Prayer Shawl Companion. And since I make a lot of shawls, I thought that would be a good one. And these are all on Amazon. And if you notice, I'm wearing a necklace. I got this necklace at Michael's. it was like $8.99. The chain was like $3.99. And I got some cat charms because of my baby. Literally, his name is Baby. And I got it. And I ordered a round one. This one's in the shape of a heart, if you couldn't tell. I got a round one. And I got 50 charms for like $7. It has all kind of charms in it. And I really like these because if I get... The charm pack has like St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day and like all of those kind of charms. So I really wanted it, so I got it. So I think that is it for now. This is going on 56 minutes. I really do apologize, guys, about the video being so long. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.